Hello, this is Horror Chatter, and today I want to bring up the conversation that needs to be had, and that is the survival of black women and women of color in the political times that we are having and facing right now. It is important that we do not forget that the beautiful Renee Nicole Good, okay, was a 37-year-old who was, done. Okay, we can't forget that. But we also, as African American women and women of color, cannot forget Sonya Macy, who was a 36-year-old unarmed black woman who called 911 for help, and when she thought someone was outside of her home. Don't forget about this. Okay? What happened in July 2024? A sheriff's deputy shot and killed her inside her Springfield, Illinois home. The case drew national attention and led to a conviction of the deputy for second degree murder in 2025. Okay? See, it took a whole year to get justice of some type, you know? So we cannot, in these times, put ourselves in political crossfires. We cannot be the ones that is marching with people. We just can't. Because we know if history has taught us anything, the world, the United States has a way of doing away with us and nothing really being done about it, really, you know? And we can't, we have to understand too, remember the 20s and the 30s where we're being lynched. We're tired. We're tired. Women, African American women, black women, women of color of different plights in life are tired. This is not our fight. Okay? The only thing we can seriously do right now is make sure you have all the supplies at home that you need. Okay? I'm just going to give you some tidbits just to lighten it up a little bit. You know? Put your energy into what you love, your passion in life. Take the time now to do that. When you're hearing too much bad news on the news and you're getting too much, bad stuff, just go back and gravitate whatever excites your soul. Okay? Make sure you get some manicures and pedicures and hairs and all that good stuff. Treat yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself. Understand that you are beautiful and divine and important, and that you have, a reason to be here. You know, love each other more. Stop supporting, places like the Zeus Network that promotes black women hurting black women, on a national scale to make fun of it for the enjoyment of men. Stop supporting it. It brings, so much peace in your life when you're not supporting what is hurting us. And more importantly, lean to God for all understanding of all things. That is what we need to do right now. Okay? And it hurts to hear that, but I still haven't forgotten about Emmett Till. Let's see when that happened. Since a lot of people love to come on here and educate me about what I don't know and what I don't know, I have not forgotten about Emmett Till. On behalf of all African American and black women and women of color everywhere, we are tired and we're going to take the time to do something we haven't done in a long time. And that is love each other and take care of ourselves. But we'll be here for advice. Don't, yes, sisters, you can give advice, on what you think could and should happen. But other than that, don't stress a hair on your head. Because we all know that when that young lady got her life taken, if that was a black woman, it would have been bye-bye for everybody around. And I hate to say what I'm saying, but I'm telling you the truth. And I've had to accept that my position in life, I picked a position a long time ago. I've always been on the position of love for mankind, no matter what backgrounds you come from in life. Okay? But I'm also wise enough, at 47, I'm wise enough to know that enough is enough. Enough is enough. Okay? And another thing, since I'm already giving suggestions on what we need to do as women, stop supporting little chat rooms and stuff that is made up and I mean made up by ignorance to promote fighting each other and calling each other names. The world doesn't need that. So please leave that to exist and leave it there. There's a lot of things, like I said, I think we as women can be doing right now, but putting ourselves in harm's way when, you know, the odds are really not looking good at us, we can at least be wise enough to think, you know, and to, use cautionary with everything. And I'm not saying it's not going to get any better. I think it's going to get better, but I think it's going to take a minute, And while it's taking a minute, heal, love each other, care about each other, put into life. That's all we can do and give God all the glory. So until the next time, this is Hard Chatter, and I thank you so much for supporting me.